All right, let's just jump right in. We're going to talk about something called the salary trap. It's this idea that the system, well, it feels like it's almost perfectly designed to keep you broke, right? Even when you're making what seems like really good money.
Does this sound familiar to you? You look at your paycheck, and yeah, the numbers have gone up over the years. You're probably making more money than your parents ever dreamed of. But somehow, you feel more financially stressed than ever before. Well, what if I told you that feeling, it's not an accident? It's actually by design.
So, to really get this, we've got to start by looking at what some people call a comfortable prison.
I mean, think about it. On paper, everything looks, well, perfect. You've got the good salary, you've got the benefits, some stability. It's the life we're all told we should be aiming for, right? But there's that nagging feeling you just can't shake. That sense that you're trapped. And that feeling, that's the very first clue that you're caught in the system. And get this, the scale of this so-called security is just wild. Over 60% of professionals couldn't keep up their current lifestyle for more than one single month without a paycheck. That's a staggering number. Just let that sink in.
Okay, let's make this personal for a second, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. If your income just stopped tomorrow, how long could you really last? 1 month? Maybe 3? And if that answer makes you kind of uncomfortable, you are definitely not alone. See, the system gives you this illusion of security, but it keeps you just one emergency away from a full-blown crisis.
So, you're probably wondering, how does this trap actually work? Well, it all starts with something we can call the illusion of prosperity.
To make this real, let's talk about someone we'll call Sarah, okay? She's 34, she makes $85,000 a year, which, by the way, puts her in the top 20% of earners in the entire country. On paper, she should feel rich, but she really doesn't.
And this chart, it just perfectly shows why. Her take-home pay every 2 weeks is around $2,458. But just look at where it goes before she can even blink. Boom, rent car is out, almost half of it. Then you've got the car, the gas, food, all the bills. And before she even knows what happened, all that's left is $48 for the next 2 weeks. She has a lifestyle, sure, but she is absolutely not building any real wealth.
This right here is the system's first weapon, money fragmentation. Your paycheck comes in as this one big, satisfying number, right? But it leaves in 100 tiny, almost invisible cuts. It totally masks your true financial reality. And the system, it gives you just enough comfort so you stop asking the really important questions. But you know, fragmentation is only one part of the story. The next piece of the puzzle is, well, it's even more insidious. Let's call them the golden handcuffs. And this is a cycle that most of us fall into, almost without even thinking about it. You land a $60,000 job, so naturally you upgrade your car. Then you get that promotion to $90,000, so time for a bigger apartment. Then a raise hits $110K, and now it's time to buy a house. Every single salary increase feels like you're gaining freedom, but what's really happening is that each one is tightening those handcuffs.
I've got a buddy, David, and this is exactly what happened to him. He got a huge $20,000 raise and felt like he finally made it, you know? But then, his mortgage adjusted. His kid needed braces. The old car finally gave out and needed replacing. All of a sudden, his financial stress was exactly the same as before. His obligations grew to meet, and honestly even exceed, his new income. He wasn't building wealth, he was just building a more expensive trap.
So here's the absolute key takeaway, the most crucial point of all of this. It's not about how big your salary is. I mean, a CEO making $500,000 a year can be just as trapped as someone making $50,000. True financial freedom, it's determined by only one thing: the size of the gap between what you earn and what you spend. That's it. That's the whole game. Okay, so we've seen the trap, we get how it works now. So obviously the most important question is, how in the world do we get out? Let's talk about how to dismantle this thing. All right, the very first step is a massive mental shift. You have to stop confusing income with wealth. They are not the same thing. Your salary, that's income. It's temporary. It just flows through you to pay for your lifestyle. Wealth, on the other hand, that's permanent. It's the stuff, the assets that work for you, and that's what buys you freedom from needing to work in the first place. So here's the escape plan. It's pretty straightforward. First, you have to intentionally widen that gap we just talked about. That means resisting lifestyle inflation. Second, you redirect every single spare dollar into assets that work for you. Think investments, not liabilities like a fancier car. Third, you've got to build optionality. The second you have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up, oh man, the whole psychological power dynamic just flips. You're not desperate anymore.
And the ultimate goal? It's to become totally independent from the need for that paycheck.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. I want you to look at your own situation. Really look at it. Is your salary really buying you comfort and security, or is the comfort it provides actually costing you your freedom? Because once you see the system for what it truly is, you can start to make different choices. And that, right there, is where real freedom begins.